Hello, everyone, and welcome to Moonride. This is Dave Johnson, channeling the Man in the Moon. Tomorrow, I will be on this channel with B Say You. She is a channeler, and it will be live, so you can ask questions. It's more metaphysical stuff. It's not really going to be political, but check it out tomorrow. It's 5 p.m. Pacific time. I'm going to take a look now at the sort of the last portions of this election. I want to know, first of all, what's going on now for the election, but also what's going to happen around the election and afterwards. I have some concerns here that it will be a little bit funky and dangerous, like for female workers and things like that. I have to tell you, if you're looking at polls and they're showing Trump winning, they're fake. The Republican Party, when they don't get a good poll, they just pay someone to get another one because they know that people like to be on a winning team. And so if they think Trump is winning, if they put out that kind of propaganda, then they maybe they'll go vote. Whereas if they don't, they won't. So don't believe the polls unless it's a really respected one that has a history of being truthful. That might be worthwhile. It looks like an early voting in Pennsylvania. Kamala is crushing Trump. And I mean, not kind of winning, crushing him. These are the best indicators of who's going to win. I do want to encourage you to vote. Don't not vote. And it's important because we got to win the Senate big time so we can replace these Supreme Court justices and maybe move towards real justice. So do vote. Let's take a look at Trump's state of mind now. I mean, is he even okay? And what's going to happen around and after the election? So, starting with the election, just every time I tune into Kamala Harris and Trump, Kamala looks dynamic. She's wearing one of those really cool suits. By the way, Kamala, nice suits. She has these sort of movement of just a flexibility where she just feels like she's young and knows how to dance. It just feels dynamic. Trump is just this old man with smoke coming out of his ears, and I don't want to say anything negative about old men. Just smoke coming out the ears, just frustrated and burning red hot, and he's like that guy where you can see the veins in his neck. So there are early voting numbers that are really freaking Trump out. And I'm just seeing Pennsylvania. The early voting in Pennsylvania is just, it's out of the park for Kamala Harris, like beyond belief. So that's really freaking him out. Georgia's early voting is upsetting him, and Nevada too. These three states are extremely important, maybe even more important than we thought. Trump's running around. He's trying to blame people. He's trying to convince people that the numbers are fake. And look, when you live in the land of fake, that works only so long. You can pretend something only so long. Eventually, the truth is going to hit you. So all those people believing in the right wing are, going to, bet, and they're doing these whole betting things where the numbers are better for Trump. Well, that's because all of them are Trumpers and they all believe in these polls. And when it happens, they're going to lose their money. Yeah, it's a little bit like he's trying to escape. So is Trump going to try to escape? I mean, certainly thinking about it. Years ago, a bunch of us saw him like escaping, and we were not sure. I wasn't sure if he was literally escaping or figuratively escaping. He's on the East Coast, and it's like New Jersey or something, and he's like in a boat. I don't know if he's in La La Land or something, but maybe literally he is in this sort of large speedboat, really large. It's maybe more like a yacht. And he keeps looking over his shoulder like, who's after me? Oh, and they are after him. Like the Coast Guard's coming after him. There's an airplane. Hmm. Yeah, something goes wrong with the plane. Like it explodes in the air. I don't know if this is literal or figurative. Like Trump is literally trying to escape and it doesn't work out, or whether it's like in his mind he's trying to escape. What are you doing, Trump? He just keeps doing these crazy sort of extreme motions. There's a stack of gold bars he's trying to smuggle out. Yeah, it could be that he tries to leave after the election, but I don't know if it just means he's going to lose his mind because it looks like he's losing his mind. Okay, anything more about the election itself? No, I'm just getting like a ride around the election. Like, I am concerned that it'll be dangerous for poll workers and voters. Don't hesitate, before you go and vote, don't hesitate to make a little prayer, protect yourself, be very careful and be on the lookout. I think it's going to be fine, but don't hesitate to put yourself in that sort of intuitive space. And you don't need to tell anybody who you're voting for. I would avoid that. So it looks like there are a lot of like almost like the army protecting the polling. So this will become necessary. I think there are threats. I think that there may even be some, you know, potential violence um, around the poll workers, but it's just potential. It looks like, you know, Biden has to send out some, almost like Army Reserve type characters, but it works. Biden is very aware of this, and he is very serious about it. So I don't feel like we're in danger if we vote, although we will need protection. Now I'm interested to take a look at the sadness, the sort of depression, anger, disbelief. And they'll go and, make a scene at certain places, but they're just, more and more they just look like crazy people. Not that they didn't look like that already, but it's almost like putting the cap on it. They have difficulty accepting the loss. I do see a really big blue win in the Senate. Is that the Senate I'm seeing? Yeah, it looks pretty good in the House. And I'd say very good. There's people cracking open champagne bottles. Yeah, there's some angry Fox News TV hosts. Hmm. Yeah, I'm seeing Megan Kelly, who's looking kind of oddly satisfied. It's like she's very love hate with Trump. Maybe she's just like a symbolic person, and she actually kind of looks smug and satisfied. So I think that she doesn't really support Trump. There's a huge branch of Republicans that don't want Trump, and they just straight up just don't want him, and they're not dissatisfied that he's lost. So it's not the extremists that you're seeing. That's just a few people. There are a lot of people who are like, hey, you should listen to us. And the party is somewhat divided. It continues to be divided after this. All right. So should we be concerned? One question was about Trump's mental health. I think that's what the boat's departing meant. Is it his mental health? The plane exploding his mental health, spirit? It feels very real. It's hard to tell. That's just like a look at Trump's mental health. I see it's like half gone. And this experience will make it much worse. You know, this is what it looks like when you have denial and then reality sinks in. It's like he's got a half a brain right now, then he winds up with a quarter because he simply cannot exist in a world where he is a loser. He's, of course, very, very worried about the consequences of losing. He'll go to jail. There's no question about that now. And people will distance themselves from Trump. They won't want to be associated with him because they'll get in trouble too. And they'll be called up as witnesses against him. So I'm just seeing Kamala here at the end. She's like this. She says, look, look at all the possibilities we have. Look at the changes that we have the power to make. Like, hey, it took 8 years, but look at our options. Look at our choices. This is a really important time for us, and honestly, a very important time for women because there's going to be the first woman president, and it will sort of open up possibilities, even for light workers. There's going to be a significant change in the future. There will just be more truth, more opportunity, like a broader vision of what can be. Thanks so much for watching.